Let's talk about maintenance and fluids on your old Ford tractor. This video will apply to a Jubilee NAA 600, 700, 800, 900, 2000, or 4000 with a 4-cylinder gas engine. You should change your engine oil every 200 hours or thereabouts. We recommend using a 15W-40 oil. Yes, this does say diesel. It just means it's for a heavy-duty application, and a tractor is a heavy-duty application. You'll find your drain plug down below. This is the fill compartment, and you need 6 quarts of oil to fill it up and include a little bit for the bottom of your air breather. We have a complete oil change video if you need help on the process, and we show the difference between a spin-on filter and a cartridge filter. Every 600 hours, you're gonna wanna change the oil in your transmission and your hydraulics. Now, if you open up your repair manual, you're gonna see that the manual says to put transmission oil in the transmission and hydraulic oil in the hydraulics, and that was great back in the day. But now, 70 years later, we're recommending a hydraulic transmission oil instead. There's no filter in this system, so a high quality Hydrotrans or hydraulic transmission fluid is what you want to look for. The reason is because the PTO shaft runs through both compartments and there's one rawhide seal between the two compartments. Chances are, after this many years, that seal is blown and the oils are mixing between the two compartments. That's why hydraulic transmission oil is the best choice, because if the oil does flow between the two compartments, it's going to be fine for your transmission and fine for your hydraulics. Down below the tractor, you're going to find 2 separate drain plugs, one for the transmission, one for the hydraulics. Then, for the hydraulics, you have a dipstick right here, which you can use to make sure you're at the right level. And then the fill level for the transmission is this nut right here, which you can remove and then watch. Once your oil reaches that point, you know that you have enough transmission oil in. One word of caution, sometimes people will pull this nut out instead. That is covered by the brake pedal for a reason. It holds all your shift forks in place, and if you pull that nut out, you're gonna be sorry that you did. So be careful and get the right oil check level compartment there. When you're ready to put new oil in, there is a fill port right here next to the gear shift. And your second fill port for the hydraulics is back here on the top lid. Underneath these plugs, there is a gasket, and you'll want to replace those every time, and you can order that gasket on our website, farmtractorrepair.com.
When it comes to grease the tractor, there's a great exception for that. We use synthetic grease. This here does not get hard and crusty like the old grease used to, and of course, it's a lot better lubricant. So on the grease, we got a grease zerk here behind your tie rod, same thing up front, another one down front, same on the other axle. And then you have one grease zerk around back that's on the 3-point hitch crank arm, and that's it. That's it for greasing. Every 50 hours, great idea to grease it. When you change your engine oil, don't forget to add a couple drops right here to your distributor.
If you're unsure the condition of your coolant, you can use a test strip like this. This is from AmsOil. You dip this into your coolant and it changes colors, and then you follow the guide on the bottle to see if the coolant is within check or not. If you need to replace your coolant, you can drain it here and then fill it back up. We are using a coolant like this one. This is pre-mixed, but some coolants you do have to mix with water, so just be sure to read the label and make sure that you're following the directions on the coolant.